Yo, how we doing, guys? Welcome, everybody. Good evening, Miss K, Plum Trader, McTide, Son of Wall Street, JC, Jeff, Albu, Raba, Mike, Chris, Mason. How we doing, guys? How was your trading day? What's up, Maritimes? Futures Trader 5522. I made a little over $700 today. The majority of that was on one trade. I was long 3 micros from 180, rode it up to like 280, and then got trailed out on the way back down. So that was pretty much my trading day today. I didn't really trade at all in the afternoon. I didn't look at charts, so I'm shocked to see where we're at. I would have thought if we would have had a sell-off, it would have gone a little bit lower. I thought we were going to get this whole retracement that you see over here to the left-hand side from Thursday. It's looking like that might be a target. We didn't quite catch Friday's lows. So I'm almost anticipating a move back up into this area. You know, anywhere from 145 to 180-ish. And then we'll see. I don't know what tonight's going to bring. It looks like the open's really, really slow, guys. So tonight might be one of those nights where we're sitting around waiting for a long time. Tonight we are going to give away a 25K. What are we giving away? A 25K Lucid Pro account this evening on stream. So stick around if you'd like your opportunity to win. Hey, what's up, Gray Horse? How many times did I not at all, Rotan, not at all. Apparently Mason was watching it back. He said that it was pretty funny watching it back, but no, I didn't watch it. I had actually forgotten about it today when I woke up. I had completely forgotten about it until Mason said something today. But yes, the marbles victory was mine last night. Probably will never happen again, but I'm going to relish in the victory. 5-minute chart is what we're looking at right now, guys. We're still trading that same Lucid Funded. It's a 25K Pro. Balance, if you look in the upper right-hand side of your screen, is currently sitting at 25,504. So we are above. We're halfway to the buffer. But you guys know how slow we're taking it at this point. How'd you guys do today? How'd you guys trade? Let me know in the chat. Did you have a good trading session? All right, we got just over 30 people in the stream right now. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't yet, smash that thumbs up button for me if you could. I'd appreciate it. JC, traded good? Good. That's what we'd like to hear. It was a little... It's still choppy. You know, this 200 level, this area where we were hanging out last night has been sticky. Extremely sticky. So we finally have... you know, a little bit of a break away from that level. The problem is what I'm seeing on the DOM. I don't really like that we did not flush out those Friday lows. I'm not a huge fan of that. I would have much preferred that we ran this low and then came back up for tonight's session. So while I'm leaning a relief bounce back up into this area, back up towards the gap, I'm not quite sure if we need to come down and, you know, bounce just above 30K before we make the move back up. I don't know what to expect tonight, guys. I'm a little lost with the price action. So, you know, I would entertain shorts from up here, but where we're at currently, I'm not a big fan of at all. Maritime's trend days are the worst for you, but had a good Friday and Monday. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I kind of understand that. You know, the immediate pump off the open on Thursday, and then the kind of, you know, aggressive move back down, and then just chop that 200 level for the remainder of the session. That I understand that being tough. I fully understand that. That day I just happened to be long from the open pretty much, so I was able to ride this up. But yeah, if you weren't able to be long from the open, really you had one chance, and it was the retest of 30K. It was that retest of 30K on the hold on Thursday, but after that there really was not a good entry. So I fully understand that. Yeah, S-Dub, it's pretty bad. It's a lot of back and forth. Dennis, if we race, you think you have a chance tonight? Nice. But yeah, S-Dub, I'm right there with you. I don't like even today's downside that you saw. I know a lot of you are perma bears and you like the downside. The slow crawls to the downside aren't it for me. I would rather see the aggressive downside. You know, that's what makes sense to me. So even if you're holding a long position, you're not thinking, hey, this is coming back on me, but it does it over like an hour or two's time period, you know, which is frustrating. But it's a scalper's market. It's a scalper's market right now. It's a take what you can get and get out. Don't hold for the big trades. And I like to hold my positions, so I struggle in this type of environment. I definitely do. Hey, what's up, Spaces? Oil breaking out. Yeah, what is that a gap down on oil? Is that what that is? Or is my chart just messed up? Let me reload this history here and see. Is there a big gap down on oil? My hourly chart is showing a decent gap. You know, like 40 cents. Bond market up 5%, 2008 levels. I believe it. I would assume that people are going to start rolling over into bonds as we go through the rest of 2026. It is a 50-cent gap down. Okay, so my charts are right. Yeah, S-Dub, we talked about it last night. You know, I was leaning short, which is why the... Oh, thanks, Spaces. Appreciate you. Yeah, guys, actually, for the first time in a very, very long time, by the way, Take Profit Trader finally made a move. Finally made a move and changed things up a little bit with their program. Let me find the deal. So, Take Profit Trader now is 3 days to pass. 3 days to pass. 50% off currently with no activation fee with my code. The 25Ks are $75. So if you like daily payout account options, that's a pretty good deal. It is intraday trailing once you're in the funded stage, but end of day in the evaluation, I believe, with Take Profit Trader. Yeah, that's a big move out of them because they haven't done anything new or somewhat, they haven't changed anything in such a long time. Jeff, you finally joined the Quant Tower family. Nice. I think you'll like Quant Tower. Obviously, just like any other trading platform, it's going to take a little bit of getting used to, but I think you'll enjoy it. It's fairly user friendly, fairly easy to learn. So I think you'll like it. I have a hard time trading any other platforms anymore, to be fair. This is disgusting, guys. Like, this is absolutely disgusting. You have a 5-minute opening range of 20 points. That's not great. Yeah, S-Dub, that's kind of where I'm seeing as well. I'm right there with you on that. But I just don't know if we're going to get the Friday low sweep first and then the defensive 30K for the move back up. Like, is that the Asia session move? Is that? Or is it grind our way back up to the top side, up in here, and then sell off? So I'm kind of sitting on my hands. I'll be sitting on my hands right now. You should have been patient on the long. Yeah, these kind of opens aren't it. Like, it's not what you want to see. You want to see more movement than what we're seeing. You definitely want to see more movement than what we're seeing right now. But honestly, this is what Globex looks like right now. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the overnight sessions have not. They've been very low volume. Even last night for a weekly open. As far as big orders on the DOM, believe it or not, that order that's resting up there near 500 is still sitting up there. Obviously, don't think we get there tonight, but you never know. You never know. We could get a Trump tweet. Turkish foreign minister on efforts to open Strait of Hormuz. Continue U.S. Iran ceasefire and call with Iranian counterpart, says Turkish diplomatic source. Okay. Hey, what's up, Sovereignty? Aramek, how we doing? Sovereignty, it's been a little while. How are you? I'm good. I'm good. I mean, trading wise, I'm doing all right. Trading wise, I've been trading better than I did really the month of July. June was but to begin August, I've been doing pretty well. All right, we got over 50 people. People slowly getting into the stream. Smash that thumbs up button if you haven't yet. We are live on Kick as well, guys. So if you prefer to view on Kick, just keep in mind that whenever we do the marbles race for the giveaway, you will have to pop on over to the YouTube live stream. The bot does not recognize commands from the Kick stream for whatever reason. It has like it's the API interference that happens on Kick. So just make sure that when we do the giveaway or when the registration opens, just pop on over to the YouTube live stream and enter there. Yeah, DeMonte, it's been really, really slow. Really, really slow. Might need to do some levels adjusting tomorrow. All right, so we are kind of holding below these points of control. There's one sitting right at 100. That's from today's session. Got one sitting right at 80 from Friday. And then Thursdays is all the way back up at 210. So I would anticipate a retrace back up above 100 at some point. I do know that those 120s, 130s to 140 area has been, you know, you can see there were bounces up in there, but we kind of have already rejected that. We tried to get back above during the New York session and couldn't. So I would imagine we at least sweep above that during the overnight. And then if it's going to be a sell, this is probably going to be the best opportunity for a sell, is somewhere up in here. Conversely, if price does get back above 180 and starts holding, look out for 200 chop again. Just to give you guys a heads up. This has been a nightmare area. This has been an absolute nightmare area for both sides. Hey, what's up, Chizard? How are you? All right, so 60 is bouncing. S-Dub, I mean, I like it. Any of you that have done like any kind of like candle range theory or anything like that, you've got that 5-minute opening range. Right now, generally what it likes to do, or what price, not all the time, but what price a lot of times likes to do, is when you get that candle close, you get the sweep of one side of that range. And if you get a candle closer back inside, a lot of people do take this long. If you can get the candle closure, depending upon what time frame you're looking at. Obviously, the higher time frames are going to be a little bit more reliable than a 5-minute, but so I would anticipate we get at least a sweep above that high. Obviously, probably going to run into some resistance up here just above 100, up into 120. Oh, it's not moving at all. It's not moving at all. We're chilling. We might be chilling till the Asia sessions open up to this evening. We might be straight chilling. Has everybody already got their meal in their tummies? Has everybody already eaten dinner? Or, well, depending upon where you're at, you might be across the pond. And dinner was a long time ago, and it's really late your time. I had lasagna for dinner tonight. It was delicious. Yeah, Romeo, it's pretty sad right now. I think even if you're in a position, you're probably gonna have to hold it for a while. Just after lunch for you. Oh, you West Coast Warriors? Oh, that's right. You're California, aren't you? Yeah, is everything all right out there, by the way? I know you guys have had some crazy forest fires. Some crazy wildfires out west. Happens every year, but I've heard this year was pretty ruthless. Yeah, there's a lot of really good deals in the prop space right now. Lucid dailies are pretty cheap. They're 40% off for 5 purchases. There's a lot of really good deals. My Fun of Futures has their Pro plan. I looked at it the other day. Their Pro plan, which has very loose rules and a very large max payout cap. They're like, for the 50Ks, are just over $100, which is a really good deal for those plans. They've got rapid so daily payout end of day options. Yeah, the props are really competing for everybody's business these days, which is good for the consumer. It's great for the consumer. Brings the price down. Everybody's battling. Tradeify's got 40% off. This is, oh man, guys, don't click any buttons. Don't click any buttons just yet. I think the move is up, but it's gonna be so random. S-Dub, there's just no volume. I don't even necessarily think it's heavy resistance, other than seeing downside wicks there and that it was an important level this afternoon. I just think it's very, very low volume. Extremely low volume. And this is typical of August trading, guys. If you haven't traded during August before, this is somewhat typical price action of this time. We've got FOMC looming I think it's the 1st or 2nd week of September. I haven't looked at any earnings calendars recently. I would assume that Nvidia probably has earnings coming up. They always seem to come in way later than the rest of NQ. I haven't looked at the earnings calendar at all this week, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I would assume Nvidia's earnings is probably coming up in the next week or two. Nvidia is August 26th. Okay. I never understood. I don't even understand why is Nvidia so much later than everybody else? Or as you wanted to test 55 again before going up? Yeah, I don't know which way it's going to break first. That I don't know. I would assume that we probably get a sweep of that 5-minute opening range, considering we're not going anywhere. So what makes sense after getting the lower end sweep would be to sweep up here first. and retest 100, and then it'll kind of pick a direction, more than likely. I feel like this is where we're going to go overall in retrade. Like I said, I just don't know. Do we need to sweep out Friday's low first? You know, maybe defend 30,020 and then rip back up here? Or, and I say rip, move slowly back up there? Or does it just crater below 30K tonight once the Japan market opens up? I don't like where we closed today. I don't like where we closed today at all. Now, I'm never a fan of 80 to 20 ranges. I'm never a fan of them. I know a lot of like Nasdaq traders love playing that 80 to 20 rotation or 20 to 80 rotation, and obviously it worked out this afternoon. But I'm not a fan of it because of this. This is generally what you see. And inevitably what happens when I spot that range is I'll take the one side and it will be the time where it breaks out. I'll take the short from the top and it'll be the one time that the Nasdaq decides, hey, we're making a trip back up. Or I'll take the long from the bottom and it'll be the time that price just aggressively snaps to the downside. As far as previous points of control are concerned, obviously we have a bunch stacked in this area over the last couple days. You know, this is kind of the bottom of the range over the last couple days. Next one to the downside that I'm seeing is down at just above 29,900. Yeah, Warriors. I mean, that is definitely what I would have preferred. God, someone told you free cookies and milk here. I would have much preferred coming into this session with that sweep out and then possibly a reclaim. I'd be much more comfortable with where price is right now. Had that happened. Miss K's got the cookies. Miss K has got the cookies. And Kyle's got the milk. What's your guys' favorite cookie? I'm pretty basic when it comes to my cookies. I really just like a chocolate chip. Like a warm, fresh out of the oven, soft chocolate chip. Chocolate peanut butter chip. Russian tea or Mexican wedding? Wait, what? Oh, Ace of Fly, you trying to full port right now? Yikes. You want to talk about a roller coaster of emotions, bouncing 70 to 80? Classic West Stream. Price goes sideways and we start talking munchies. I know. And the funny thing is I'm not a real big sweets eater. I'm not a real big sweets guy. You need to make some big pesos? Well, I'm hoping we get that move back up to 140 to 160. And then we get some aggressive downside. However, Without, you know, cleaning up Friday's lows first, I'm hesitant to get on the long up into that until we clean up Friday's lows. At which point, price could get obviously just straight flush back below 30K, really all the way down to 29.9. You'll probably have a bounce. You know, it'll probably chop 30K a little bit, I would imagine. But yeah, I don't like where price closed at all. It's coming for your stop loss, S-Dub. Oh, no. Just go one direction, Romeo's saying. You just need 20 points. I would imagine if you're going to pick a direction right now, right? Percentages say, with what's happened, with what happened this afternoon, unable to take Friday's lows, percentages would tell me the long is the play from here. You're sitting right on the 5-minute opening range low. But I would obviously be more confident in that call had we run Friday's low prior to the Globex session. Because now we're in that spot where, do sellers want that price? Do they want Friday's low before we see any kind of bounce or effort to defend 30K psych level? Which is why I'm hands off currently. Because I really don't know. I really don't know. The Warriors, you know, this is being paranoid. We've all been there. We've all been there. Where your stop gets run by a tick or two and then the trade goes in your favor. Miss K, full port. I mean, have at it. Have at it, guys. Have at it. Guys, I picked up a Lucid daily eval today. It's at 50% consistency, by the way. I'm going to try out the Lucid dailies. I picked up one for now. They're really cheap. If you can deal with you know, a daily loss limit and intraday trailing, the 25Ks are like $50 or something like that. You're gonna have intraday trailing in the funded stage anyway. They're 50% consistency with Lucid, but they're really cheap if you can deal with the tight trading rules. So I picked up one of them. We'll see if I can start securing those daily payouts. Wow, this is bad. Just zero volume. Zero volume right now. If you're in a trade right now, are you just angry? Are you furious? Yeah, Kyle, every year. Every year it's bad. There's options head pressure at this level. That's why. I mean, I'm half tempted to get into a 1 micro long and see what happens. But I also, this is, I feel like we need to sweep out Friday's low first. Are you on time? No, NQ's moving this slow, Maritimes. It's moving extremely slow. There is no I mean, look at these 1 minute candles. You're looking at 5-6 point ranges on the 1 minute candles. It's extremely slow. Dial up with a rotary phone. My dad used to tell me stories about, you know, when he was younger, he would get on the phone and it was like you didn't have a personal phone. So like you would pick up the phone and your neighbor or someone in your area would be on the phone. Can you imagine the chaos? Pick up the phone. Hey, I'm using it right now. Come back later. The fights that must have happened. A party line, Miss K? Yeah. Yeah, that's almost like what... I guess that's what it is a party line. You remember how excited people got when they had, you know, 30-foot extension cords? Operator, can you please connect me? Yeah. You remember what, like... Well, people got excited when, yeah, if you had like those 30-foot extension cords and you could walk around your entire kitchen or whatever. What did you say? Rotunda, I always have to read yours first before reading them out loud from here on out. I can't read. I can't read Rotund's chat comments anymore without processing them first after what happened the other night, guys. If you missed it, Rotund got me. He got me good. Hand in the air. I'm normally pretty good about it, but he got me. Nope, not happening. You definitely know what happened. Don't even go there. Don't even go there, Rotund. You know exactly what happened. What was it? Can you remind me? Nope. I can't. I can't do it. I can give you a hint. Last name Cider. All right, there's the move. Let's see if price can get back above 80 and chase out. Man, and just slow grind down. It's funny, we get a 4-point move and it looks big. Oh, Casper, no. I can't. Last name Cider. First name Dixon. You can do the math. you can do the math. You can figure the rest of it out on your own. Oh, S-Dub, 100%. If you're in a trade right now, yeah, this has got to be maddening. Absolutely maddening. Sounds like a bad phone call prank. It was bad. It was pretty bad. Like I said, I'm anticipating a move up at some point. I just don't know if it wants to chase down Friday lows before that happens. That I don't know. My goodness. Did that get you, S-Dub? Gotta keep it YouTube friendly. Yeah, I have to watch what I say on stream, guys. I do have to be very, very aware of what I'm saying on stream. There are some words that you can't say on YouTube. There are words that you cannot say on YouTube. You know, your general swear words you can get away with, but there are some other words that you and some that aren't even swear words. Yeah, Chizard, you can't say that on an airplane for sure. There are many words that you can say. Yeah, American Pride, they're okay with a certain amount of swearing. Obviously, you can't say that you're kid friendly if you're swearing like that on you know, I watch Bob Does Sports, they swear all the time. And don't bleep it out. Wow, this is bad. Wow, this is bad. Around here, you can't say price action and West streaming together. It is pretty bad. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? Maybe I should go back to my 8 p.m. start time and just go do like 8 p.m. to like 11. It's kind of what we used to do anyway. We used to go later. Yeah, I would just, honestly, we're probably just going to be chilling, hanging out until the Asia session, guys. Because you're just going to get the back and forth, kind of what you're seeing right now. There's no volume. There's no volume. Pretty much everything, except for it looks like oil. And really, oil's kind of stuck where it is right now, too. I'm hoping that as we get closer to the Asia session that we get a move. Yeah, Rotund, that looks like the better option currently. Gold. Let me take a look at gold and see what gold's done in this first little. I mean, gold's definitely moving more than NQ. Comparatively. But even gold's not really moving a whole lot. Looks like gold might want some more topside. Looks like gold might want to retest that 4,500 psych level again. And are you guys on YouTube? Are you guys getting all sorts of prop firm promos now? Prop firm commercials and advertisements? I saw one from like a prop that I had never heard of before earlier today. Blueberry prop firm. No idea what they're about. But there's just all these props popping up all over the place. All of a sudden. Trying to rip off tasty trades. Tell me this, because I haven't heard anything, by the way. Has anybody attempted single stock futures at all? Has anybody tried to trade, or is it just so illiquid that it's not even worth looking at? Man, the hype that they built up for single stock futures, guys, was... Everybody was so excited for it. Tradeify is supposed to be the first. We will see. Yeah, I haven't seen anybody. I haven't seen anybody trading single stock futures. I thought that it would be. I thought I would hear more by now. You know, because they've been out for what, a month at this point. I know CME is introducing nano contracts here soon. That will be somewhat interesting. I wonder what the commissions are going to be on a nano. 1/10 the size of a micro. JC, you did it on Thinkorswim, but no volume, so it was a short trade. Yeah. Yeah, it's just so illiquid. I think people are just scared to be the first in. Oh, I know, American Pride, 100%. Yeah, that's the problem. Nobody wants to be, you know, the guinea pig there. Nobody wants to. So how do you get the volume? How do you same commissions, Cameron? So nanos are the same commissions as micros? Wow. That's pretty expensive. For 1/10 the size? Nano's going to be 65 cents according to Thinkorswim. Round trip, JC? Or per side? People will trade 100 times as many of them. Yeah, you're trading nanos, but you are actually going in with like that just makes no sense. Just get chewed up by commissions and fees. $0.09 for some. Yeah, Cameron. Yeah, it would only make sense to try and trade swing positions. That's definitely not a day trading. I mean, if the commissions are that high, there's zero reason to. Zero reason to. I mean, you can enter one micro and it. All right, Romeo. Yeah, it's pretty bad, Romeo. I don't blame you one bit. I don't blame anybody for piecing out right now. This is bad. I mean, we'll see in when the Asian markets open up if we can get some action, a little bit of volume. But this is we are stuck. Absolutely stuck. Yeah, Chizer, that's kind of what I would think. Yeah, you just enter swing positions. I don't know what. Do you think they'll still have the same margin requirements though? Do you think brokers will still have the same margin requirements? They're going to have to lower their margin requirements with that kind of size? All right. I mean, we're moving back up slightly, but here's that 5-minute opening range high. Let's see if... Can you imagine trying to... You're blind guessing for an entry in here. Yeah, I mean, you literally are saying, okay, I think the market's going up. Without a chilled one in your hand, Maritimes. It's pretty bad. Really, this whole month of August has been bad on the overnight session for volume. I feel like we've had such good movement during the overnight session for such a long period of time. This is how it used to be though, all the time. Pre-Trump, this is how the overnight session was. This is exactly how it was. At least on the US indexes. I didn't really look at gold at all until, last year, end of last year. So I don't know how gold was trading or silver or any of that. Oh, one sec, guys. On the bright side, tonight, it's not storming here tonight. Shouldn't have loss of power. That was wild. I think it's time for a new desk chair. Guys, any recommendations? This one's starting to squeak quite a bit. I'm sure you can hear it through the mic, but it's definitely starting to squeak quite a bit. It's old. I've never been, I just get whatever feels somewhat comfortable. And I knew that was coming, Casper. I knew somebody was going to say Herman Miller. I'm not spending over $1,000 on a desk chair. I'm not doing it. They can have all that. And I know we spend a lot of times in our chairs. I do have a standing desk that I made myself pretty much. Now ask me how often I use the stand function on it or have it in stand mode. Very, very seldom. I probably should. I probably should, like, during the day when I'm not streaming. Or even if I am streaming. Just go standing desk mode. Oh, guys, price is just, it is glued. There is no movement. The funny thing is there's going to be a surge of like 30 points one way or the other at some point. We just don't know which way it's going to happen. Casper, I gave you the idea. Oh, for the standing desk? Yeah. Yeah, same desk, Casper. Same desk. Guys, what I did, if you want a really nice standing desk, by the way, for somewhat cheaper than it costs to purchase one, what I did was I went to Lowe's and bought a butcher block countertop, and then bought the legs and the assembly separate off of Amazon, and just mounted the butcher block countertop on top of the legs. Obviously, you just have to make sure the weight requirement, or the whatever legs you buy, can hold the amount of weight to support that countertop, but it's really nice and sturdy. Looks good too. Oh, nice, Nyers. Yeah, this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. What I would do is I would take a break for, 45 minutes to an hour, come back and see if anything's happening. Oh, nice, Jizzard. Total cost of the desk? I think everything all together was just over $500 for me. Like, I know a lot of the streamers, yeah, exactly, Maritimes, they use, they go to IKEA and they'll buy those, drawered, like, nightstand things and stick them on the side and then buy a countertop of some kind. Hey, what's up, Ratman? Still need to stain your desk, Casper? I like natural wood look. Obviously, it has some maintenance that every so often I have to kind of refinish it and put a sealer on it of some kind, but IKEA makes you shiver, Shizard. Please don't say it. Oh no. Why does IKEA make you shiver? Yeah, Azafly, it's so funny because everybody wants a standing desk and they think they're going to utilize the standing option. And then you realize, man, I don't use it as much as I should. Come on, Naz. Give us a move, Naz. Yeah, guys, Take Profit Trader finally changed up some things. So if you like Take Profit Trader, now it is the best time with the 50% off to purchase some accounts. I'm not sure how long the promotion goes on for. Generally, their promos last a while. I feel like it's been 40% off, no activation fee for a long time. Nice, Chizard. Yeah, the 50% off is that's the best deal I've seen out of them. Oh, you have like a walking pad underneath there, Cameron? Yeah, Maritimes, I think they had to make a move. You know, with firms like Lucid making the changes that they do and listening to their traders and offering, you know, good accounts, and all the other firms making moves in the space, I think they needed to make a move. I've definitely, you know, our commissions have gone way down on Take Profit Trader. So I think with this move, more people will be on board with them once again. I think people just didn't like the 5 days to pass the eval. And now that it's only 3 days, that might bring some business back to their side and their firm, for sure. And the good old shake weight where you're just... Oh, man. Yeah, Chisholm, I think the problem that they were finding is it's still 40% consistency. That I haven't looked at. I haven't looked at like the specific rules on it. Is it still 40% consistency in their eval? Or 50% or whatever it was prior? Because inevitably what you would do is you would get the people that pass in 2 days and then they're just flipping, or they're passing, you know, getting to the required threshold in 3 days and just flipping those last 2 or 3 days. Five days sucks, even though it takes me 10 to pass, Ratman. I mean, guys, just for a little bit of reference, when I started trading props, obviously I traded with Top Step. It was a 3-week process. It was a 3-week process to get funded. 2 steps, 3 weeks. If you failed at any point, there was no like moving back to step 2. It was you start all the way from the beginning. So it was virtually a month that you were in the evaluation or combine. It was a month. But that definitely incentivized people taking things a lot slower. And once you got funded, you didn't want to blow it because it put you back a month. There was none of this 20 accounts, copy trading. There was none of that. There was none of that. There was one. And honestly, after you passed, you had the option with Top Step when I started to either stay in sim and try to get to a $5,000 profit target again in sim, and then they moved you to a live account, or you could go immediately to live account. But it was also, the rule was with Top Step at that time, where if you hit DLL and you're funded, not like blew your account, not like hit your MLL, but hit a DLL at any point in time during your funded or live account, they considered that a failure and you had to start all over again. That was a broken rule. was DLL. Oh, S-Dub, I think you're good. At least up to above 90. I think you're good. Now, above 90, I don't know. But yeah, how much the landscape has changed in the prop space since I started trading. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. This was obviously pre-Top Step X days. This was long before I mean, I don't know when Apex came around, but Top Step was king of the crop. They were it. They were who you traded with. It's crazy how much it's changed, actually, now that I think about it. I know, Chizard. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, because I don't even know what it's going to look like in a year. I would imagine at a certain point, regulators will step in, right? Regulators will step in, and they'll either put certain guidelines or rules in place to have them continue business as usual, or I feel like they might force the props, if they continue to do business the way that they're doing business, to register as a casino. You know, because that's how they're being treated these days. Let's just face it. Let's call a spade a spade. It's a casino. It's a casino. And right now, as long as they're saying that no, we want to preach smart trading, that's not what it's not what the rules and the structure implies. Right? You can say the right thing all you want, but I don't know, I could be wrong. It could continue to be the Wild West and just new props pop up that are cheaper than the current ones and offer. I mean, the one thing that I always worry about when I see new props is the liquidity. Like, what's the money look like on the back end? Because you pretty much, I don't know, what would you say, like 50 mil? 50 mil, somewhere around there, liquid, in order to start? I would say. Because inevitably, if your rules aren't like softened, and you can't go a lower price than the other props, then you're not going to get any business, right? That's the one thing that you have to, in order to compete on that level. But then you also have to have the cash in order to hit those payouts, because some people are going to hit big payouts, and you have to be able to pay it. Otherwise, you're looking at, you know, like alpha futures. What happened with alpha futures? So yeah, I would say comfortable 50 mil. A cool 50 mil. I mean, I don't know what the exact figure would look like, but I would think that would probably be on the low end of what you need cash. You probably can't operate on that much debt, you know. I don't think any bank's going to approve that much debt, give you that line of credit. Oh, I know, Suman. I know. It's keeping me out of a trade. Like that specific scenario. The fact that Friday's lows have not been taken yet and that we're sitting just above it is keeping me out of a position right now. Hey, what's up, J-Love? I actually, J-Love, of all things, I caught the long today. Made a little over $700, and then I shut it down. Let's see if let's see. Did I post a screenshot of it? No, I said I wasn't going to post a screenshot. I think I sent a screenshot to Mason. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. This was my one trade today. I got trailed out up in here. I moved my stop to like right here and got trailed out when it rolled over. You're gonna lay out so many nanos overnight strategically. Yeah, just throw them all over the place. I mean, if they're, as long as they're on the long side, eventually you'll be right. Eventually you'll be in profit. Someone said that. I think if you have like a $400,000 or $500,000 trading account, theoretically you could put one micro long on now and never get liquidated unless it goes to zero. And even then, you would still have some reserve. You get a nano, and you get a nano. You get a nano. All right, we got about 80 people in the stream right now. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. I appreciate you. I know it's slow markets, sleepy markets, but I appreciate you guys hanging out, making my night a little more interesting than it would be otherwise. We are giving away a 25K Lucid Pro account tonight on stream, so stick around if you'd like your opportunity to win. Oh, man, this is bad. SW, we're so fired up about that long position. Nah, Chiz, appreciate you. Appreciate everybody. Everybody that tunes into the streams each and every night, man. It means the world. Slow market, but a fun stream. This is helpful. No, man, you guys make this stream what it is. You deserve all the credit. I feed off of your energy and your chats. So whatever the stream is, it comes from you guys. So thank you. I can't thank you enough for all the love and support. Can't thank you enough. We're approaching 8.8K subs on the channel now. Obviously, growth has been a little bit slower over the last couple months than we've seen in the past, but hopefully things turn around on the channel here soon. Yeah, gold did have a little bit of a move up. Like I said, I think gold wants to retest that 4,500 psych level. Oil's still kind of where it was. Oil's not really moving a whole lot. Looks like gold might be the mover tonight. But even it's not. I mean, it's moving what, a tick every every few minutes. I've looked at it over there about a few times in the last few minutes, and it's been at 44.73 this entire time, and it hasn't moved. Armando, is there going to be a raffle today? Well, we don't ever have a raffle on my channel. I'm not sure what you mean by raffle. See, S-Dub, all it took was you saying you were going to close your position. That's all it took. Hey, what's up, Nostradamus? How are you? Welcome, everybody. I know, sleepy markets. Sleepy markets. Come hang out. Come have a good time. This week I looked at on the economic calendar, and I didn't really see a whole lot this week. Any chance we can play bingo for the account? Jizzard, how long would that take? I've never done any research on that, actually. I wonder how that would work. I don't know if you could. Is there online bingo somewhere that allows active participants? Like, are there any of the online casinos that allow you to play bingo? Like, does it exist? You vote that Mason should be the bingo caller. Mason's not, I don't even think he's in the stream right now. I don't even think he's online. You want to play, Miss K? You want to play bingo? Yeah, I don't know. I know we need to find some new tracks for the marbles races. We've been doing the same, like, 4 tracks for a little while now. We do need to find some other ones. We need something that's new and exciting where we don't know what's happening. Downing Street number 10. Anyone know what's the escape velocity of 30,070? Need to kick off something new. Yeah, I don't know what we could do on the channel, to be fair. 3K goal, 2K draw. Because, like, the stuff that we do on the channel, YouTube has a pretty, like, their terms and conditions are really, like, we could do stuff in Discord that we can't do. We could do stuff on Kick, but YouTube, we have to abide by certain rules. Like, you can't, if you notice, like, any kind of gambling content or anything like that, you can't play or showcase, like, online slots or anything like that anymore. I think all the gambling content has to be IRL, which I don't understand how they get away with that unless they're in private rooms at these casinos. But yeah, there's all these weird terms and conditions because they try to keep it as family friendly as possible on YouTube. Oh, S-Dub, it's awful. Bingo, it is. You can't be scared. Venture out there. Yeah, Chizzer, but I can't have the channel shut down either. You get the channel shut down, Mason's out of work. The channel shuts down, Mason is he is unemployed. He's on the unemployment line. Team, can I get a bingo on 3? Say it's in distribution phase. Oh, you're talking about what NQ's doing right now? I don't know, S-Dub. I think price needs to go a little bit higher before we would get a sell-off. Personally, I don't know that that's what's going to happen, but I'm pretty sure at some point you're going to sweep back above 30,090 at a minimum. But like I said, 15-minute looks prime for this retrace. But I just don't know, do we need to sweep out Friday's low first? Like, do we need to get a sweep down below 30,020 and a bid, you know, just above 30K for the move back up here? Yeah, exactly, Warriors Loves. Exactly. A lot of states don't. You know, here in Kentucky, they allow it. Mainly because of the horse racing. Hey, what's up, Miss Rain? How are you? Mainly because of the horse racing and the gambling that goes on at the horse tracks here in Kentucky. Especially with Churchill Downs being 20 minutes from my house. Hey, what's up, Pro Trader? Just getting up for the Asia session. Yeah, we got about 20 minutes before Kyoto opens up, and then Tokyo will be top of the hour. Chizzard, I live in Louisville. I mean, guys, look at it, though. Like, if you look at Robinhood now, they have sports betting. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy what's out there these days. Yeah, Polymarket, all of that. All that. Kalshi's crazy. Yeah, Brady, Kalshi's crazy. Bet on the weather. Yeah, you can literally bet on anything these days. It's wild. What crazy times we live in. It reminds me of me and my buddies, you know, back in the day, when we would go out and we'd be at like a sports bar or whatever, and there would be a baseball game on, and we would just bet $1 on whether, you know, the first baseman would spit before the next pitch, or, you know, just stupid stuff. Oh, I think he'll grab his crotch before he delivers the next pitch. Will the batter dig in before the next pitch? Is this next play going to be a home run? Is he going to hit a home run, or is he going to hit a single? Just dollars all around. I think the dumbest thing we ever did, though, was we were sitting in a bar one time, and we looked down on the ground, and there was a random die. And that's when we started betting on high roll. 1 through 6. Betting on high roll. And we were getting up to like I don't know. Like at certain points it was like $20 a roll. Stupid. Just dumb. Just so dumb. All of a sudden you're at the foosball table or the air hockey table in the middle of the bar with 9 guys around rolling a single die. Any tie is a re-ante. with one die. You got 12 people, one die. Of course there's going to be a tie. Eventually these pots would get up to like $700-800 with everybody just throwing in. Stupid. Just dumb. Dollar bill. Yep, been there, Umbra. Been there for sure. Playing poker with the dollar bill serial numbers. Been there. Just dumb. $800. Yeah, exactly, Casper. That's exactly what would happen. There would just be no way. Yeah, J-Lo. I know. Yeah, athletes. That's a scary scenario, right? Because of how they're all doing it, but they're all not getting caught. So it's like, is what we're seeing real in the sports world? Or is it all just... Is it all being influenced by the betting? Right? The NFL, I've felt that for a long time. Because there's just some calls during games where you're like, okay. Yeah, DeMonte. Sometimes you just think, how is this even possible? Hey, thanks for the sub. Appreciate you. Sleepy markets tonight, so we're having other topics of conversation on the stream tonight. At least until probably till Tokyo Open at the top of the hour. And then hopefully we'll get a little bit of volume injection into these markets. Make something move. Looks like the only thing that's really moving right now is gold. Gold looks like it wants to make that push back up to that 4,500 psych level. That might be the play. S-Dub, did you hold on to that long? Did you hold on to it? There's the push above 90. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, guys, I don't know if any of you guys do any study on candle range theory. But it does play out. Obviously, the higher time frames are there's more weight applied to them when you get that scenario. But it oftentimes what you'll see is the candle that you're looking at, in this case the 5-minute Globex opening range, you'll oftentimes, not all the time, but a lot of the time, if you get the right setup in the candle structure, it'll sweep one side of that candle, 5-minute opening range in this case. And if you get a candle closure within the next, 3 or 4 candles back inside that opening range, in this case, along from that low side, targeting the top side of that range will often play out. And that's something to look out for, because it happens so frequently. Granted, this isn't a big move, but it did work out. Stop just below the swing low. Target the top side. Granted, this one's only a, you know, a 20-point trade, but it does play out a lot. Of course, you had to hold through an hour and a half of sideways chop action. But you'll notice it during New York session a lot too. A lot of the time is it'll sweep out one side and then it'll sweep out the other of either the 5 or the 15-minute opening range. That's why people love orb. Yeah, right, man. 100%. 100%. If you put on, if you want to put on 5 minis in this, for sure. Yeah, J-Love, exactly. That's why people love orb or initial balance. It's the same theory in essence, just a different name, different time frame, a specific time frame that you're looking at. But it plays out a lot. Yeah, just be careful here at 100. New York session point of control is there. I think we get back above 100 and hold above 100. That's probably the next add for the long up into 140. 140 to 1. I don't know. I would probably take profits there at 145 if we got there. And for those of you that haven't done any real studying on volume profile as well, points of control aren't necessarily entries, but they're sticky points. You know, if you're a volume profile trader, you kind of want to be executing from the value area highs and value area lows, as opposed to entering from those points of control, because they do tend to get sticky. It's kind of why we got sticky there at 200. And why we had such an issue, because that was Thursday's point of control on the straight move up. This is where the majority of the volume was being conducted, but you can kind of see how price stuck there. Did you just say 40-point move in Asia? It used to be that way though, guys, didn't it? Like, we used to get really good moves during the overnight sessions. Nowadays, it's just... we find ourselves talking about what we had for dinner and gambling. And we find ourselves talking about anything but the markets. All right, I tell you what. Let's do this giveaway. How does that sound? While we're waiting for the Asia session to open up, let's do the giveaway. Let's let Mason get some rest tonight. Let him get out of here early and not make him watch sideways markets. So Mason, whenever you're ready, if you could do me a favor. If you could do me a favor and open up the entries for the marbles race, I would appreciate it. Guys, as soon as Mason either hears my voice and opens up the marbles race, you'll see the entries pop up. You'll see the widget announce that entries are open on the stream. You'll type in !marbles on the stream, and you'll have about 4 minutes to go ahead and do that. So !marbles in the chat. 25K Lucid Pro is on the line tonight. I'm going to win back-to-back races, guys. It's going to happen. There's nothing any of you can do about it. But yeah, go ahead and get those entries in. Once that timer drops down or runs out, the registration window will close. So make sure that you type in !marbles within the next 3.5 minutes. About 2 minutes left. Get your entries in. Track is greased. Goodness. Did you grease up the track, Mason? Did you grease up that track? Umbro, you're gonna knock my marble off. I normally don't finish the races. That was crazy. That'll probably never happen again. Cheers, Ralph. Cheers, Ralph. That'll never happen again. I guarantee it. I was sitting there crying about my... Guys, got a minute left. There's only 41 entries in currently. We have 70, almost 80 people in the stream currently. 41 entries. So if you haven't, and you have the stream up, exclamation point marbles in the chat. You've got 50 seconds to get those entries in. If not, it's going to be only those who are in. They get to race. $30 seconds and counting. Exclamation point marbles in the YouTube chat. It says we've got 80 people in here right now, so get those entries in. Do it quick. Only got a few seconds. Deuces, tonight it's a 25K Lucid Pro. 25K Lucid Pro. All right, guys, entries are closed. There will be no manual ads. Unfortunately, we're going to give Mason a minute or two to get everything set up. And then we're going to run this marbles race. Dead last. Here we go. That's going to be me tonight. After winning last night, it's going to be me. Go, Mason. Slips him a 20. JB, you watched the Lucid stream today? Yeah, I've tried to watch Lucid stream. Their production on their back end is not great. Did they do the spinning wheel again? With 80 people watching, is that a profitable stream? Well, technically every stream, Cameron, is profitable off of ads. I probably make, I don't know, the channel, not I. The channel probably makes $1 every stream off of the ad revenue. That's what the channel makes. So throughout the month, where my channel makes any money, as far as YouTube is concerned, is from the memberships. Like you guys purchasing those channel memberships. That's where we make any money. The channel itself only earns, $200 a month total. That's that's what YouTube pays. Well, pays Mason. And then Uncle Sam takes 30%. So the channel itself doesn't earn. If it wasn't for prop affiliates, the channel, it wouldn't be worth doing. Let's put it that way. You got to have 50K plus subscribers, get all kinds of views in order for the YouTube channel to make any kind of money. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the other side. All right, here we go. Mason, whenever you're ready. Go ahead and drop those marbles. Mason loves these funnel beginnings. Spam 1 in the chat to make your marble go faster, guys. Spam 1 in the chat to make your marble go faster. All right, who's going to come out with the early lead on this track? I don't remember this track for some reason. Oh, Mason doing fancy camera work this time. Mason's doing the fancy camera work this time. He's been practicing with his camera skills on the marbles tracks. All right, Mike out to the early lead with Suman Soccer in second, Lit in third, K-Trades in fourth. Oh, everybody's getting slowed up. Oh, no. Oh, no. King Coons now with the early lead. Two Luck in second, Plum Trader in third, J-Love in fourth. Oh, stay on the track, guys. Stay on the track. Oh. Oh, my goodness. I can't tell who has the lead anymore. I mean, I see the leaderboard, but it's changing too fast. I can't keep up with the commentary. All right, Maritimes and J-Love. Down the middle, down the home stretch. Can they land it? No, sir. Yeeted. Yeeted. The Prince is yeeted. Everybody yeeted. M-Stone. Who is it going to be? Lit. It's going to be Lit. Lit and Brady in a close second. Lit, congratulations. You're going to be the recipient of the 25K Lucid Pro. Hey, I finished. Top 10. Wow. Wow. Oh, Miss K hoops it as well. This one's just an accomplishment to land it, actually. That floating finish line is tough. That is a tough finish. Oh, I trade futures. Congratulations, Lit. Mock Dash Level Up will be obviously communicating with you via the YouTube chat once he's finished here. Do us proud. Go make some money on that 25K Lucid Pro. Those pro accounts are nice. They're passing a single day. You do have consistency in the funded stage, but that shouldn't be too much of an issue. Those are really nice accounts. Congratulations. All right, guys. I will catch you back over on the charts. Yeah. Brady was real close there. Less than a second. Less than a second separated first and second place on that race. Suman, it's 40% consistency, I believe, on the pros. The pros are nice, though. 3 days to pay out, technically, as long as you can be within consistency and clear the buffer. It does require a buffer balance. The 25Ks, I think the buffer is 1,100. Jay, love you. Oh, in the streets yelling for your marble to go. Yeah, can you imagine? I can only imagine you guys on your phones right now. You know, out in public watching the marbles races. But yeah, those pros, it's 40% consistency and funded. 1 day to pass. We need to set up Kalshi betting on the marbles races. Wouldn't be able to stream on YouTube, Mason. Wouldn't be able to stream. Just means you have zero. No, that means you have a life. That's what that means. Cameron, yeah, 100%. Mason and I actually talked about that. It's been a little while since I've had a guest on my stream. But yeah, we will have guests on stream. I've done it before in the past. The issue that we ran into with guests on stream was arranging a schedule that suits everybody. Because none of the people in the space are going to come on my stream. I've reached out to some people that are around the same subscriber count as me, and none of them ever want to do it. Everybody only wants to collaborate with somebody that's bigger than them, apparently, in this space. That's the only time they'll take time away from their stream to do it. But yes, I would have guests on, obviously. But guest streams are they're a lot of work on my end. I'm sure Banana Bread Trades will come on stream if I asked him to. He's building a house right now, so I don't really want to bother him. Kyle, who's gotten max payout from My Fund of Futures on some pro accounts. I think he got like an $80,000 payday from My Fund of Futures. He's willing to come on. Nims, whenever he has time. Nima. He doesn't really trade much anymore, but he's always a good time when he's on stream. STC, Nostradamus. STC indicator. What about Pine Tree? Cameron, Pine Tree's doing his own thing at this point. I asked him at one point in time, and he said maybe some other time, which basically means no. Means no. This was a while ago. Savvy, I don't think Red is trading anymore. His streaming is all around gaming these days. Yeah, Savvy, I think he was on the right track for sure. Like I said, I don't know what happened. I haven't talked to Red in a very long time. But the market condition, you guys have watched the market, what's happened. I'm sure there's a lot of people who have given up, especially newer traders, because you're getting rinsed. I don't care what any of these big influencers are saying. If you're not trading small size, you are rifling through some cash right now on props, for sure, without a doubt. Like if you're not taking it slow and with minimal risk, or have a huge balance that you're trading with, they're rinsing accounts for sure, without a doubt, right? Like, yeah, they're all posting big payouts, but how much did they spend to get there is the question. Just the way the market is, the back and forth, it's obvious. You can watch price action and tell how people are trading, right? It's very, very difficult. Most difficult market conditions I've traded in my 5 years. I'm not rinsing accounts, but I'm not making what I used to in the past either. Right? I'm floating break even. I had one big trade the entire month of July on my personal account that was where I made profit. And then that was it, really. I got one payout in the month of July from props. Didn't rinse accounts. I didn't blow up a bunch of accounts or anything like that, or blow up a bunch of evals. But I wasn't getting payouts either. They were just kind of flatlined. I'd make 400 one day. I'd lose 400 the next. And then I'd make 100, 100, 100, and then I'd lose 200. So you got to understand, despite what you're seeing on social media, they're probably taking hits all the same. Like we said, the difference between us and them is they make a ton of money off their affiliates. That's the difference. Because one Trump tweet and an account is rinsed, especially a 50K or a 25K. It's gone. So, like, yeah, these guys might be making an $8,000 payout or a $10,000 payout or whatever, but they probably spent $7,000 or $8,000 to get there, right? It's very I would think it's extremely rare. Like probably the 0.05% of traders in the prop space that were, what's up, Botan? How are you? That consistently get those kind of payouts. Because even the really big payouts, guys, it's a YOLO effort. It's a, you know, it's a game almost. Max leverage. Try to post huge paydays. And in the process of doing that, they're probably blowing up tons of accounts. Need to go to sleep, Botan? All right. Get some rest. We're just waiting for top of the hour at this point. If it honestly, if it just snaps back down to 80, I'm probably going to call it a night rather than do this all night. Watch this happen because we're just not moving. Oh, nice, S-Dub. Yeah, Nostradamus, honestly, anywhere, even a little bit lower, even if we were to sweep Friday's low, I would still anticipate buyers try to defend that 30K level. You know, that's going to be your line in the sand, I think. Even on the straight up move, that was where buyers did step in on Thursday and defended. You know, it really just dipped a few points below 30K and then ripped another 300 points to the top side almost. Nostradamus, I used to have X. But it became a very, very toxic place to be in the trading space. If you notice. So I stopped. Not that I caught any flack or anything on X, but it was just a bunch of traders trash talking each other. Just a bunch of noise that I didn't need. So we deactivated our X account. I'm not concerned about what everybody else is doing, really. I'm focused on what I'm doing. You know, and if you want to be successful in this, you don't need to be listening to anybody else, paying attention to anybody else. I'm not all about the drama in the space at all. They can have that fun. It's fine. I'm just going to focus on my trading, control what I can control, and worry about me. I'm not going to worry about what Patrick Whelan said about ICT or who's beefing and who's getting into trouble with the props. You know, could care less. You know, it turns into Rocket Scooter being like, I'm the only real trader out here. It's all the same. It's all the same stuff. Honestly, a lot of it's probably orchestrated. We've talked about that before, too. A lot of it's probably completely orchestrated. Choreographed drama amongst the big players in the space. No, but I realize I know who I am as a trader. I'm never going to claim to be the world's greatest trader. Am I profitable? Yes, but I'm profitable because I take things slow and I trade with proper risk management. That's why I'm profitable. Not because I'm the world's greatest trader. Definitely not because of that. I'm a good loser. Let's put it that way. I'm a good loser. Yeah, J-Love. I mean, all those psych levels on NQ become sticky. Top of the hour here in a few seconds, guys. So just, if you're in a trade, just be on alert. Yeah, exactly. I'm the same way. I'm low six figures, Nostradamus. Like that, I'm low six figures. This year, I don't even know if I'm gonna make six figures this year. This has been my slowest, since year 2 of my trading journey. This will be the least amount that I've made if things don't drastically pick up in the last quarter of the year. Yeah, Nostradamus. I mean, I know that my strategy over time, when the market conditions revert back to quote unquote normal, I know I'll be right back there, possibly even better. So until then, I'll just continue learning and getting better. Wow, big move there. I know, Rotund. This is bad. This is so bad, guys. I mean, these are 5-minute candles at this point that we're looking at. You made $13 tonight, Savvy. Hey, that's 13 more than me. I haven't even taken a trade. Nothing to do. Can't get out of this range. Like I said, I think that this makes a lot of sense. It's just how long is it going to take to get there? Maybe. Maybe, S-Dub. Maybe you get it. Come on, at least run these wick highs above 120. You know, like come back up in here. Actually, above 130, really. What's the top side of this wick at? 136. Like, get back up in this area. Why is it taking so long? Like, just go. Yeah, exactly, Nostradamus. It is all about knowing your psychology, knowing your emotions. It's more a battle within yourself than it is about skill, right? Like trading skill. Obviously, you have to have some knowledge of trading. You have to have a strategy. You have to be willing to stick to it. But really, you're your own worst enemy, right? Trading is the hardest, easiest thing we'll ever do. All right. At the end of the day, we're sitting here watching a candle print up and down and clicking a button. But it is very, very hard because it is such a psychological game more than it is a skill game. Oh my goodness. Now we have 2 points of control, so the same amount of volume is traded here and here. This is not a good sign, guys. This is not a good sign. Same amount of volume at 80 and 100. just when we thought buyers were gonna push up to 120, no sir, 20-point rejection. Zen, the double point of control, it just means the same amount of volume has been conducted at these two spots. So the most volume conducted on the current session is at these two spots, and it's equal right now. So one of these eventually, as these prices get traded, points of control are generally sticky. I would say that right now holding above 30,080 is a good sign for more upside up into here. I just don't know the route that it's going to take. Like how much whipping back and forth is going to happen on our way up there. Yeah, Zen. Like here, so these are prior session volume profiles that you see here, the green with the yellow. These are your points of control. You can see how much price stuck here at 210. Right? You can also see there's the one at 100 here from today. And one here at 80 from Friday. But you can kind of tell how those points of control, they're sticky. These are where you don't want to execute from. This is where you would look to take profits on a position. You would want to be executing from, you know, a value area high or a value area low if you're a volume profile trader, ideally. So yes, that's why when you hear people, hey, what's up, Kyle? When you hear people talking about targeting naked points of control, you know, points of control that formed that haven't been retraded, they'll treat those as targets because price will want to go back and trade those POCs. Like we have a double distribution right now. And you see when price is in the low volume node, that's why we are getting the quick moves back and forth from volume to volume. Like you see the low volume on the New York session profile and why you had the quick move through that area. You know, and ICT traders will say, well, there's a fair value gap there. No, there's a fair value gap there because price moved quickly because it's in a low volume area. That's why it formed, not because of the candle. Oh, Kyle, no AC? You had AC problems too? Yeah, I just had mine fixed. But that's the other thing. After price has flowed quickly like this, that's also why they're looking for those quote-unquote fair value gaps, because they often form support or resistance because those low volume nodes are sitting there. So in other words, we have to develop out the profile in this area generally. Oh, guys, we are stuck. price is stuck. Yeah, cheers then. Yeah, you'll notice it happen a lot. And then you'll notice the different kinds of distributions that you have. Like right now we have a double in a really tight range. Obviously not a fan of that. But then you'll have what you have, a P-shaped. So there will be the majority of volume conducted at the top side, kind of like what we saw. Let's see if I can find one here. Like if... Let me see if I can find a good example. So B-shaped, where the majority is conducted at the low, generally indicates bearish pressure. P-shaped generally indicates bullish structure. So where the majority of the volume is at the top of the profile of the distribution. There's all sorts of videos out there if you want to learn about volume profile. It is one of the most reliable indicators out there as well for any of you that are interested. I highly suggest learning about volume profile because volume is what moves the market, right? It has nothing to do with breaks of structure, change of character, none of that. Volume is what moves the market. So if you really want to know more about market movement, I would learn about the volume profile. I would study up on a little bit of order flow. Obviously, there's a lot of information within candles that you can formulate. But at the end of the day, what moves the market is volume. That's why you always see me looking at the DOM surface too as we're trading levels, because I want to see where the big players are located, where they're looking to get involved. And then as price is trading into key areas, I'll be watching for, aggressive. In this instance, say I wanted to catch a short from here, I'd be looking for aggressive buyers to push up into that level, but not be able to push price quickly back through that area. I'd be looking for it to stall, and I'd be looking for a passive seller that's sitting there absorbing that aggressive buying. And then if price starts to roll over, that's when I would attempt the short. Phoenix, you're here like a sleepy zombie at 5:40 a.m. Yeah, I imagine. Phoenix in India for sure. Bobby, the race. Yeah, we already did the giveaway, Bobby. Honestly, I'm probably not going to be around for much longer tonight. The market's just not moving. We're in a really tight range. So passive seller is a limit order, right? So a passive, when people say passive, it's these orders that are resting on the books. And then oftentimes what you'll see at a reversal point is you'll see a lot of the aggressive buyers, in other words, market orders, jumping on the bid, trying to push through that passive seller that would be sitting there. Now, we don't know what these orders are over here on the books. Like this order that just popped up at 30,090. For instance, this 97, we don't know if this is a buyer or a seller until it gets filled, until it hits the books. We have no idea. This could be a seller, right? But in the instance that this was a buyer, what I would be looking for is a lot of red bubbles to come down and not be able to really push through this price. Price to bounce 90, red bubbles print again, bounce 90 again. And that would indicate to me that there's a big player in the market that's absorbing all the selling right now. And I would anticipate a move higher. But a lot of times during the Asia session, what you're going to notice is that these orders will get rugged because there's not a lot of volume. The likelihood of this getting filled completely in its entirety, all 99 contracts or whatever, is very slim, just because there's not enough matching orders there right now. So they'll probably get, what you'll end up seeing is they'll probably get like 20 of them filled or something like that. And then they'll throw 70 order down lower if it's a seller. If it's a buyer, they would put, you know, they might get filled with 20 or so. And then if price moves up, you'll see them add a little bit higher once price moves away from there. And they'll be trying to get filled on the move up. Like I said, getting a live fill is entirely different than getting a simulated fill. Entirely different. Like, you can't just slap 100 contracts on and expect all 100 to get filled at that exact price. Okay, let's see how it reacts here. Yeah, Martin, it's not moving at all. It's slow. It is slow. If you're in a position, you're pulling your hair out. Still got about a full point spread on the Nasdaq too. So that's yeah, right now the selling is getting absorbed. Right now the selling is getting absorbed. So you have a passive buyer sitting here holding price up right now. Now, does that mean he doesn't give up and price slams down? No, definitely not. Yeah, you see, Zen? So in other words, I would think that this is actually a seller that's sitting here, and you've got a passive buyer defending just above that right now. So it's probably a seller sitting there at 90. But during regular trading hours as well, Zen, just so you know, it's a lot more clear because there's a lot more volume being conducted than it is right now. But that's in essence what you kind of want to see. Aggressive selling, getting absorbed, and buyers defended, and now you have aggressive buyers trying to push the top side. On a really small scale. Or you can just go into market replay and never lose. Yeah, that's true, Phoenix. I guess you could do that. Well, all right, guys. This is not moving. I'm not going to stick around anymore. I'm not going to watch this slow crawl anymore. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me tonight. I still had a good time on the stream. Obviously, no trades. I don't see anything that I like, really, or that's worth taking, worth putting risk on right now. I will be live again tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Eastern, so come hang out. We'll do another giveaway. We'll hang out. We'll have a good time. Who knows what the topics of conversation will be tomorrow night. But, guys, enjoy the rest of your night. Don't lose the bag. Trade safe. Stay patient. I will see you all tomorrow evening. Peace.